Hey, what's good YouTube? Welcome back to another banger on the Reno Live channel. Today, we are going to be grading every single NBA trade that has happened in the offseason so far. And I'm not gonna lie, this video is crazy. So make sure y'all watch to the end of the video to see what grade we give every single trade. If y'all going to enjoy today's video, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We are trying so hard to hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of the summer. Please help us out. And if y'all want to watch all this content live, come check out the Twitch. We probably live right now. Just drop a follow, check us out, come say what up in chat. Without further ado, enjoy the video. Okay, chat, we got grading every big 2026 NBA offseason trade. This is about to be a banger. We about to go over all the trades that already been happening in this offseason. Let's get started into it.
So we've already seen a ton of big trades go down so far in the NBA offseason. Like Giannis to the Heat, Kawhi back to the Raptors, and most recently Jaylen Brown to the 76ers. So
it's 10 seconds in. How did we skip Ja Morant to the Blazers? We just missed all-star guard. Never mind, bro.
To grade the biggest trades of the 2026 NBA offseason. So let's jump into it.
So let's do it then.
We're going to start with one of the wildest trades of the NBA offseason so far.
Talk to me.
That's Jaylen Brown being traded from the Boston Celtics to the Philadelphia 76ers in exchange for Paul George and a 2020.
It doesn't even make sense.
And an unprotected
it doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense.
2 second-round
It literally doesn't even make sense.
For Boston.
We just reacted to that video. I'm going to show it on screen right now. If y'all want to go watch that video, I'm gonna put the link in the description. Go check it out.
I'm giving this an F, and honestly, I just don't understand the direction that Brad Stevens was going with this.
It is an F tier, bro.
Yes, the Celtics could
you just traded a final MVP
they still have
for
enough depth,
old Paul George,
and enough continuity to be a strong regular.
It's a good day to be a
season,
Sixers fan, bro.
But
it's a good day to be a
Jaylen
Sixers
Brown
fan.
This version of Paul George clearly lowers their playoff ceiling.
Facts.
Brown is much younger, more physical, more durable, and I think he fits the identity Boston has built over the last several years.
He does.
And Paul George definitely still has value as a name, but this feels like Boston willingly taking a step back to me. And then for Philadelphia, I'm giving this an A+.
I agree.
This is the exact type of player that I think they need next to Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, and Joel Embiid.
No,
Jaylen Brown is going to come in, give them down.
Jaylen Brown is going to come in and, I don't know, take a whole lot of weight off the entire team so we could go on and win a chip.
Downhill scoring, transition, pressure, secondary playmaking alongside Maxey, and real defense on the wing. And he can also carry more of the offense when Embiid misses time.
He can carry like way more.
Playoff wing who can match up with high-level scorers.
I agree.
Don't forget, Jaylen Brown was the Finals MVP for Boston just a few seasons ago.
No, literally.
And
they traded him away for, I don't know, pretty much fucking nothing.
There's a lot of guys on this roster that need the ball in his hand. I think compared to paying Paul George, this is a major upgrade for Philadelphia.
Way bigger upgrade.
And the 76ers definitely got younger. They got tougher. And I think they become one of the most dangerous teams in the East with this trade. And
they got to keep VJ Edgecombe, which is going to be the best player to ever be in the league in about, I don't know, 5 years. So, 76ers definitely won.
Let's get to the next trade. That's the Lakers and Jazz, where Los Angeles lands Walker Kessler and Utah gets 2 unprotected first-round picks from the Lakers in 2031 and 2033, plus 2 first-round pick swaps in 2020.
I don't know about this one, bro.
And for Utah, I'm giving this a B grade.
Really?
I know losing Walker Kessler is going to hurt because he is a young center who protects the rim at an elite level.
But they low-key they just got Darren Peterson. So they don't even need to guard. They just need good defense. They just need good offense, which they have.
But when someone like the Lakers is going to offer you 2 unprotected Lakers first and 2 swaps for a center,
it's not even bad for the Jazz.
Coming off of a big injury.
It's actually pretty good for the Jazz, low-key.
You take that immediately. Kessler is definitely valuable, but I think this is star-level draft capital that they're bringing in.
100%.
Utah now has so much optionality with their
100%.
lineup. They can play Jaren Jackson Jr. at the center. They can use Lauri Markkanen at the power forward. Then you got Ace Bailey, who was projected to be on the bench, now coming in at the small forward alongside Darren Peterson. And George there in the backcourt. I think this is still a really good roster that the Jazz have. And then they got all of these picks that they can package and maybe find a better long-term fit at the center position.
I agree. No, Jazz definitely won this. Jazz definitely won this.
And then for the Lakers, I'm actually giving this C grade.
I would genuinely give it like a D grade. I wouldn't even give it a C grade, to be honest with y'all.
The basketball.
There's no way I would even give it a C grade, bro.
A rim-running, shot-blocking center like Walker Kessler is one of the cleanest fits that you can find.
Dude.
Kessler has a career 8.3% block rate, which is ridiculous, and he has allowed only 54 34.5% shooting at the restricted area as the.
But the Lakers also just like rebuilt their entire roster. Like if you look it up, I'll try and show something on screen right now. But if you look it up, the Lakers traded away their entire Game 1 starting roster. Like what the fuck? Everyone is gone.
Closest defender. And don't forget, 2 seasons ago, he also led the league in offensive rebounds, which gives the Lakers something that they badly needed this past season.
Yeah,
but
that's
the price,
true.
to me, is the biggest issue.
It's just not even worth it.
Unprotected first, 2 swaps, and a massive contract for a non-All-Star center.
Literally.
Is a lot to give up. And
literally.
This trade basically says that Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, and Walker Kessler are the core of this team moving forward.
Which
if
is
that
dumb,
group isn't
bro.
good enough to win big, the Lakers don't have many picks left to fix it.
If they don't win big this year, it's bad.
Raptors, who are
A tier for the Raptors. A tier for the Raptors. A tier for the Raptors.
bringing Kawhi Leonard back as they have a trade with the Clippers where they're going to be sending
A tier for the Raptors.
Great
A tier for the Raptors. C tier for the Clippers.
protected first-round picks and a pick swap and 2 seconds to the Los Angeles Clippers. And for Toronto, I'm giving
That's
this
what
an
I'm
A,
saying.
and
B for Clippers. B for Clippers.
Kawhi is obvious.
B for Clippers.
34 years old, and at this point, availability.
Please let me be like. If I get this right, bro, I'm the best NBA ball knowledger, bro.
When he plays like
Not
he did
trolling.
last season, he is still one of the best players.
Brandon
in
Ingram is
basketball.
tough too,
Last
though.
year, he
Like he's gonna do good on the Clips.
28 points per
I'm not gonna
game
lie, he
on
is.
a career high usage rate as well. And since coming back from his ACL injury, he has shot 40.5% from 3.
Yeah,
and gives you
no.
elite
This is A
half-court
tier for
shot
Toronto,
creation,
bro. Kawhi
playoff
Leonard is
scoring,
him.
Strength, discipline, and defensive playmaking. And for a Toronto team trying to jump from just an interesting team to a more dangerous team there in the East, I think Kawhi is the kind of player
100%.
who absolutely changes that
100%.
game for them. And then for the Clippers, I'm giving this a B.
I am the greatest NBA ball knowledge knower of all time. I just got that shit correct. B for the Clips, A for the Raptors, man. Come on now.
For years.
Come on now.
Have not won a playoff series since 2021.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Their core had clearly run its course.
That's
and
crazy.
This move gives them Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, and real draft capital.
No,
as well.
this is
More
it's good for both
importantly,
of them. It's good for
around
it's good for both of them, bro.
Keaton Wagler, who they drafted with the 5th overall pick in this year's draft. And they obviously get younger, they're getting more flexible, and they finally stop pretending that the old version of the Clippers
the younger
was
you
still
get,
a title contender.
The younger you get, the better you get, in my opinion. Except for the Raptors, because they just got Kawhi Leonard.
Considering his age and the injury history, I think this is a reasonable move.
This
and
is a good
trade
move
for both sides.
This is a good move.
The next trade I want to talk about is the one that's
now we talking about it. Let me give Trailblazers a B, and let me give Memphis a C. No one gets an A here. No one gets an A here.
Trailblazers with Memphis.
No one gets an A here. Actually, it might be A for Blazers.
And for Portland, I'm giving this a C+.
That's what I just said, right?
From a pure talent perspective,
no, I just gave it a B or an A.
Ja Morant is only 26 years old. He is a 2-time All-Star, a former most improved player. And at his peak, he was one of the most explosive.
How is this only a C for the Blazers, though? They gave away like fucking nobody.
Didn't have to give up picks for it, which is huge. But the risk with Ja Morant is real. We all know he's had off-court issues. He has injury concerns.
Yes.
And his shooting has never fully developed. His career three-point percentage is just 31%. And he is also not been getting to the rim at the same level he did during his peak there in Memphis. So I think the question around Ja Morant in this trade is simple, and that's whether or not Portland is getting the star version of Ja Morant or the one we've seen more recently.
No, they're going to get the star version. They will get the star version.
Portland now has Ja Morant, Damian Lillard, Scoot Henderson, and Drew Holiday all in their backcourt, and they're all capable of playing point guard. But if Portland
they're all capable of going crazy this season.
Before another,
the Blazers literally almost beat the fucking. The Blazers took the Spurs to Game 6 or 6-7, right? Something like that?
I think it makes more sense. Maybe a guy like Drew Holiday gets flipped, or maybe Scoot plays more off the ball. And I have to assume that Ja and Dame are going to split duties in the offense.
Oh, I forgot about Dame. Dame didn't play a single fucking game last season. I forgot about that, though.
Really only works
Dame did not play a single fucking game.
And for Memphis, I'm giving it a B grade.
Did I say that? No, I had it reversed.
But it might be the realistic.
I think I said Blazers had a B and Grizzlies had a C.
Exit for Ja.
I don't know.
His value
had
clearly dropped around the league. Memphis didn't get
which is
picks.
crazy. I can't believe that I cannot believe that Ja Morant's value was so fucking low. Like nobody wanted him, but he's a fucking good guy. He's him, bro.
Big. Jeremy Grant is there. He can still
He's
score.
him,
He
bruh.
averaged 18.5 points per game last season and shot 39% from 3. But he has also slipped on the defensive end. He's dealt with injuries.
Yeah,
He has not
true.
played more than 63 games in a season since 2020.
Wow.
I think Chris Murray, though, is the more interesting piece because he's still a flyer, but his 26% career three-point shooting is a major concern. But really, for the Grizzlies, I think this trade is more about closing the book on Ja Morant, and now the Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson Jr. era is officially over, and Memphis is now moving into their new timeline with Cameron Boozer.
True. I forgot about Cam. I forgot about
next,
Cam
I want
going.
to talk about the
Oh my goodness, bro. Not this, dude. This shit hurt. This shit hurt. Let me give Suns a B and Charlotte a C. Suns a B, Charlotte's a C.
Miles Bridges getting sent to Phoenix alongside picks.
Please.
For Grayson
If I'm right, bro,
Allen,
I'm the greatest
Royce
ball
O'Neal,
knowledger, bro.
And a
If I'm right, I'm the
2033
greatest ball
unprotected
knowledger,
first-round
and there's
pick
no more
from the Suns.
conversation.
For Charlotte, I'm giving this a B+. After
Did I say
trading
that?
LaMelo Ball,
No,
I
I
think this move
didn't.
makes sense. The
I
Hornets
didn't.
had
I
already
said it.
shifted direction, and once
Fuck, bro,
Nas
I'm
Reed
L
came
ball
in,
knowledger.
Miles Bridges' role became a lot less clear for them. And Charlotte now
Facts.
has Reed, Musa Diabate, Ryan
Facts.
Kalkbrenner, and
Facts.
Hannes Steinbach there in the front court. And I think
Facts.
all of those players fit their next timeline better. So instead of letting Bridges play out his final year on his deal and potentially leave later, they ended up turning him into an unprotected 2033 first-round pick, which is good business.
That actually is good,
And
bro.
Grayson
That
Allen
actually
and
is
Royce
good.
O'Neal
I
are
didn't
going
even
to be
think about
useful
that.
bench pieces as well.
That's actually good.
Allen
I didn't
definitely
even
had
think
a down
about
shooting
that.
year at 35% from 3, but he has also been above 40% before, and O'Neal has shot 41%
And he's
from 3
tough
over
going
the
in the
last
rim.
2
He's
seasons,
hella tough
and is
going to the
give
rim.
Charlotte some reliable veteran minutes as they develop their core alongside Con
100%.
and Brandon Miller.
Oh,
But then for Phoenix,
dude, I can't believe I forgot about Khan. And, well, Brandon Miller's a fucking GOAT, so he could handle this whole shit by himself.
I'm
but
actually giving this one a D+.
D?
I just do not like the value here. Trading an unprotected first-round
Bro,
pick for
what?
Miles Bridges.
But Miles Bridges is
extremely
good as
aggressive,
fuck.
especially for a team that
Miles
already has
Bridges is
very
genuinely
little
good as
draft capital
fuck.
like the Suns.
What?
Bridges averaged 17 points per game last season, but the advanced
Bro,
numbers,
now
when
you
look
have-
at it,
now you have
more
Miles
like
Bridges.
an average player than a true difference
Now you have
maker.
Miles
And I also
Bridges
think his
playing
fit with
alongside
Phoenix
people
isn't
like-
necessarily as clean as you may think. He is a career 34%
Like Dylan Brooks and
three-point
Devin
shooter.
Booker,
He has
bro.
not
What are
been
you
a strong
talking
defender,
about?
and Phoenix already has Mark Williams at the center position, which makes spacing even more important.
No, the
And
Suns
yes,
might be
this is
crazy
going
this
to save
season.
money compared to keeping
Suns-
both Allen and O'Neal on the roster.
Yeah,
but I
no,
don't
this
think
is
it's
good.
enough to justify losing their best remaining trade chip in
No,
that
this is good.
2033
This is
first-round pick.
this is
And
good for
overall, I
the
just feel like this
for the
move
Suns.
is the opposite
This is good for the
direction of what
Suns.
I thought Phoenix should do.
No,
but
good
now
direction.
we get to the LaMelo Ball.
D for the Hornets. Cause what the fuck are you doing? D for the Hornets. A for the Timberwolves.
Blockbuster trade.
D for the
and in
Hornets,
this one,
A for
Minnesota
the
gets
LaMelo
LaMelo
A for
Ball
the
and
A
Josh
for the
Green
A for the
from the Hornets,
Timberwolves.
while Charlotte gets
Because
Nas
what the
Reed,
fuck are we doing, man?
unprotected
What the fuck are we
2033
doing,
first-round
man?
pick, 3 first-round swaps and 3 second-round picks from
Yeah.
the Timberwolves. From Minnesota, I'm giving this a
What?
C-.
What? C minus? What the fuck are we talking about? You just got a GOAT.
I understand the idea here. LaMelo Ball next to Anthony Edwards sounds electric on paper.
And it is going to
especially when you
be.
consider that LaMelo
It
is
is
a
going to
high-volume
be.
three-point shooter, a brilliant passer, and one of the best pick-and-roll creators that we have in basketball.
Yeah.
And over the last 2 seasons, Charlotte's offense ranked in the 99th percentile in offensive on-off impact when he was on the floor.
Yeah.
So the numbers are real. He can organize the
You
offense.
get an attribute
create easy
bu- an
looks, and I think
attribute
he's going to
boost
take
playing
pressure
with
off Ant
Melo.
at times, and that part is really exciting. But I think this trade is a huge gamble because Minnesota is
What?
betting almost everything on LaMelo's health.
Bro, LaMelo Ball is going to be the healthiest basketball player this season, and he's going to, I don't know, he might get into the GOAT debate this season. Not
Before
Tron.
last
He might get
season,
into the
Ball
GOAT
had
debate this
played
season.
36, 22, and 47 games in the previous 3 years. And even when he played 72 games last year, Charlotte kept him at just 28 minutes per game. So if that
Yeah,
healthier
but that's
season was
all-
real, Minnesota might have one of the best
Dude,
backcourts in the league.
They will.
But if
They are
it
going
was
to.
the
They're going to be number
outlier,
1 seed.
this
They're going to be the
trade
1
can
seed.
age
They're going to be
back
the 1
fast.
seed.
The other issue, I think, is the roster
not
balance.
aging badly, bro.
Minnesota moved Nas Reed and Julius Randle in the same offseason.
True.
And now their front court looks extremely thin. You
That's
got
all right,
Rudy
though.
Gobert,
That's all
who's
right,
still
though.
there.
That's all you
Jaden
need.
McDaniels can
All you
definitely slide
need.
up and play power forward. And I think
All you
Jordan
need.
Berenger off the bench has some upside.
He
But
does.
the power forward spot is the real concern for them. And for a team that's trying to compete with Oklahoma City and San Antonio.
Bro, Oklahoma City's not a contender this year. They're going to fall to like the fucking 4th seed. Fuck is you talking about, bruh? What are you talking about,
Western
bruh?
Conference, going smaller and thinner up front is definitely risky.
It's
and
smart,
this is
bro.
The final big swing I think they take
smart,
around
bro.
Anthony Edwards, and I'm
Couple
just
back
not
step,
convinced it was
knock
the
down
right
3,
one.
bro. Melo's
But then we
hammer.
have Charlotte, and I'm giving this a B grade. I actually think this trade makes them worse next season.
It does.
Melo was the engine behind
bro, it makes them way worse. Fuck is you talking about, bro? It makes you way
lineup.
worse.
And when he was on the floor, Charlotte scored 123 points per 100
Yeah, no,
possessions.
they were so much
Without
better
him,
with LaMelo
they
Ball on the
dropped to
team
just
than they will be whatever the
110.
shit that they're doing
That
this
is the
season,
difference
bro.
between
Not
an
trolling.
elite offense and a bottom 5 offense that we have in the league.
No,
So I
literally.
think there's going to be real
You traded-
short-term pain here.
You traded LaMelo Ball for Nas Reed. What the fuck is we doing, bro?
But Charlotte clearly
Deadass.
made this move for the long-term flexibility it brings. They bring
Like,
in
he's
Nas
good,
Reed,
but he's not
who's a
Melo Ball
productive
good, right?
front-court piece,
But he's not
even if
Melo
his
Ball
contract
good.
is slightly expensive. They created a massive $40.7 million trade exception, and most importantly, they added a 2033 unprotected first and multiple pick swaps.
Yeah.
And you also have Kobe White, who they brought in at the end of last
True.
season, who's
Nah,
gonna
that's
slide
true.
in as
The Hornets do have Kobe White still. I forgot about that, though. They do still have Kobe White, and he's a fucking dog.
their starting point guard. And I have to assume this front offense just believed that LaMelo's health is too risky, and selling high on him
I don't
after
think so,
one of his
bro.
healthiest seasons makes sense. And it's a tough sell.
Yeah, he was
because Charlotte
healthy and he went
finally
off,
had
bro.
momentum,
He was
and
healthy
he's
and he
one
went
of the
off.
favorite players there on their roster. But in a few seasons, I think this trade could end up being a good one for the Hornets.
100%.
And finally, the last trade I want to talk about is the
Look, this, I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be shocking. It's gonna be A tier for Milwaukee, F tier for Miami. Just watch. Just
biggest
watch.
blockbuckster of
Just
this
watch.
offseason.
Just watch.
And that's
Just
that
watch.
Miami
Just watch.
is getting Giannis
Just watch. I'm not trolling. Just
and
watch.
Bobby
Just watch.
Portis
Just watch. Just
from
watch.
the
Just watch.
Milwaukee
Just watch.
Bucks. And Milwaukee gets Tyler Hero, Khalil Ware, Jaime Jaquez Jr.
It's gonna be A tier for Milwaukee,
They got the number
F tier for
13 pick in
Miami,
the
bro. Just
2026
watch.
NBA draft.
Somehow.
Then also first round picks in 2031 and 2033, a
Just watch,
2030
bro.
pick swap, and a 2033 second round pick.
I'm a fan of Giannis
For
going to the.
Miami, I'm giving this a B plus in the
Okay, I don't get it, dude. I don't get it. Miami gave away, I don't know, everything for Giannis. Giannis is good, but you gave away everything for him.
this trade. You obviously landed a superstar in Giannis Antetokounmpo, and of course, the ceiling of this team immediately changes because of that.
True.
And this is the kind of superstar.
Maybe I just have to
Miami
hear
has
him
been
out.
chasing
Maybe I just
for
have to hear
years.
him out. Maybe I just
Since
have to hear him
LeBron
out.
left, the Heat have had great playoff moments, including 2 finals runs, but they have only reached 50 wins once in 12 seasons.
Wow.
And they needed a true top-tier force to play alongside
Yeah,
Bam
you know what?
Adebayo.
That's true.
Giannis gives them exactly
true.
that. He is still an MVP level player.
True.
Still one of the best rim pressure players in basketball.
True.
Still an elite weapon in transition.
True.
And still a game changer on the defensive end. And I think
He
he's
is
going to
him,
fit
bro.
in
He is
seamlessly
him.
with the culture of Miami.
I
But
think
the grade
so.
to me is not higher because the cost was massive.
It was
for
massive,
Giannis.
bro. It
And
costed
I think
so
the
much to
spacing
acquire
questions around
Giannis.
this roster are still real.
It costed so
Miami
much
gave
to
up
acquire
Tyler
him.
Hero, a bunch of young players, and
Yeah,
multiple
literally.
premium picks. They also have
Literally.
to build a functional half-court offense around Giannis, which means shooting
Literally.
becomes a non-negotiable. Bobby Portis, I think, helps as they got him as well. But Miami
True.
still needs more perimeter creation and more spacing around him.
They'll be all right.
I like some of the
They'll
guys
be
they
all right.
brought in,
I'm not
like
worried,
Tim
bro.
Hardaway Jr., but I still think they need more, and I just don't think that this move automatically makes Miami the title favorite.
I don't
unless
think
the
so
rest of
either.
This roster comes together throughout the rest of free agency.
If the rest of the roster kind of like comes together and it, you know, these younger guys develop more, I think they have a chance.
Then we got Milwaukee, and I'm actually giving
A
this an
tier. That's
A
literally what I
minus.
said. That's
I know
what I
trading
said.
Giannis is painful. He's
But you
the
just got
greatest
so
player
many
in Bucks
people,
history.
bro.
He leads the franchise in almost every major category. Gave them a championship. Won 2 MVPs.
Facts.
And was
He
the
did
face,
give them a
Won
championship.
2 MVPs and was the face of the entire organization. But the
Facts.
Bucks title window has clearly closed.
100%.
Over the last 4
100%.
seasons, Milwaukee has not won a first-round series in the playoffs. They
True.
took the Damian Lillard swing, which didn't work like they had hoped. The
True.
drafts did not produce enough for them.
True.
And their roster over time got older, thinner and more expensive. And at
True.
some point, the Bucks had to stop pretending like they were one move away. And
Nah,
I think this return
they've been
gives
far.
Milwaukee
They've been
a
far.
real package that they can reset with.
100%
Tyler
it
Hero
does.
gives them scoring and shooting, although he might be on the move again. But I really like
I don't think
Kawhi
so.
Leonard, who is a young center with a lot of upside.
Yeah.
Jaime Jaquez is another guy who brings toughness and versatility off the bench. Then you get Kasparas Yakachonis, who the Heat drafted last offseason.
Yeah.
He gives them another young playmaking piece. And the picks in 2031 and 2033 could become extremely valuable depending on where Miami is at by then. And I think it's almost impossible to win a Giannis trade from a talent standpoint, but given the timing, the direction, and the amount of future value they got back, I think Milwaukee overall did pretty well.
I agree.
But that wraps it up for my grades of the big trades.
Nah, this video hit, bro. That was all the grades of the trades that have happened in the offseason. I think that this NBA season is going to be top 5 that, you know, my generation has ever seen. If y'all went on to enjoy, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and I'm going to catch y'all all in the next video.